Players, welcome to another video. What is going on, everyone? It is me, Wyatt the Scarecrow here, and welcome back to another video. Finally, I'm going to be talking about the Lowe's 2025 manager meeting. So, if you guys are not aware of that, it is basically just a manager meeting that Lowe's has in Las Vegas, Nevada, and that is something big for us in the Halloween community, as their new Halloween animatronics and their new decorations have been leaked and finally surfaced the internet. Now, I know they did a while back when the new year started, all the way back in January, but those were concept arts and prototypes possibly that were leaked. So we actually have the full-on actual animatronics in person, and we actually have some of their demo videos. So, you know, we don't have every single video of all the new animatronics. We just have some leaked clips. They're not really that much of good quality, so you won't be able to understand them fully because there's a lot of noise going on. There's a lot of noise going on because everything is just going off all at once. But that is all right. We still have these videos, but I will be going over these props one by one. So let's go ahead and begin. Okay, starting off with my least favorite from this whole lineup. I know it's kind of weird that I'm starting off with my least favorite, but it's the Emily and Victor. I don't have anything else to say besides they're terrible. It is safe to say that the Spirit Halloween one is better than this ridiculousness. Jemmy, you just don't know when to stop. Listen, I have nothing against Jemmy in general, but when you're making stuff like this, I am just not really happy with what I'm seeing. Honestly, it's just so bad. Okay, next we actually have one of my favorites and one of my personal favorites from this year as of right now, and that is Gassy the Clown, aka the Balloon Dog Clown. If you guys remember that one, this is what he looks like. I have two images for you, and then I will play the video. But overall, I gotta say, this guy is actually really cool. Now, when everything first got leaked back in January, when his concept art or whatever got leaked, I wasn't expecting me to, really like this guy. I like the way what they were doing with the whole balloon dog, as we never seen anything like that before. But now looking at him of photos in person and seeing his video, which I might as well just roll the video right now.
Without doctor, it's a distraction, close things and you other nothing. Now it's a balloon. Next thing you know, it's you.
So yeah, you just saw his video, and after seeing all of that, this guy is absolutely amazing. This is probably, if not, another one of my all-time favorite clown animatronics, and that's coming from someone who really isn't big on clowns, on some. You guys may know me as a big Crouchy fan, but this guy is actually amazing. I love his color scheme. His look in person is really nice. And this guy is also made by Techie, so that's how you know it's really good. His animation is insane. The first two pictures that I just shown you guys, these were leaked before I got a hold of the video, and once I saw the second image of his of his eyes lit up, and with him lunging with the dog's, or the balloon dog's mouth opening to reveal sharp teeth, I knew his animation was going to be him lunging, and the dog was just going to start, barking or whatever. It's a cool concept, and I love the way this guy is, even though you can't really hear his dialogue. It sounds like he has some really nice phrases. It is super cool the way that they portrayed him. He is just honestly amazing, and honestly, I am actually considering myself getting him this year. Hopefully he's not too expensive because, Lowe's, they're super expensive when it comes to their Halloween animatronics, but I'm hoping this guy is at a decent price. I'm hoping he isn't $450 like Joseph Crackstone was last year. That was terrible. But the only count because he was licensed, but no licensed prop should be $450. But still, This animatronic is still cool. Nonetheless, I'm just hoping he isn't expensive because I actually really want to get him because he's just overall cool in my opinion, and definitely one of, if not my favorites, of 2025. This one has a lot of people in the community tossing and turning, and it is the DJ Reaper, the new partner of the whole Reaper band. Now, I've heard a lot of mixed opinions about this guy and a lot of mixed feelings about this guy. Me personally, I really like this guy. Now, nothing really special from him from the actual leaked images we got in January. But what I did hear from Ace and the Clown Hunters video, by the way, shout out to him.
Hello, guys.
He did say that his movement is basically just him bobbing his head and nothing else. I was thinking that his arm that's like on like the record is gonna like move. I knew he was gonna bob his head because he has his one hand on his headphones and one on the DJ player. So I was hoping he was gonna like bob his head and move the thing at the same time, but no, he's just bobbing his head, which honestly I'm fine with because that's literally what all they do at this point. But it would be nice if they gave him a little bit of more extra movement and had his arm move. But I mean, it's still all right. I'm still a huge fan of this guy. I love the lights on him. In person, in this image, it looks super cool. And honestly, he's another one I kind of consider getting, but I just already see this guy being very pricey, but I don't really know. Hopefully, maybe I can get this guy. I'm not really sure where I would put him if I were to have him in my haunt or anywhere. But, I mean, I would just love to have him because he's just super cool, and a DJ Reaper is super dope. So yeah, I would say I really like the DJ skeleton. Okay, next we have the hitchhiking ghosts. Another one I do not like. I have nothing really much to say. Just like with Emily and Victor, they are not good. They are not good. I don't understand why they're 3 feet tall. Now, I don't know if they actually are in the Haunted Mansion movie. I never seen it, and I never planned to see it because I'm not really big on the Haunted Mansion. Even though I own the Sidesteppers from Spirit Halloween, I just never really got in the habit of watching the movie. But I mean, I'm not really happy with the way these look. And with a lot of people who are fans of the Haunted Mansion, they're not really happy either. And I could see why. Even though I'm not a person who's big on the movie, I'm just not liking these props. I just don't understand why they have to be 3 feet tall. I'm not really happy with these. And they're just not really good in my opinion. But in the background behind the knight holding his head and the gravedigger from Haunted Mansion, whatever their names are, I honestly don't remember. But if you look behind him, there is this mirror of this guy. There's this guy and he has like half a face. It's kind of like a two-face thing. He's a half a man and then half a skeleton. I can't really describe it that well because it's kind of far distance in this video, so I can't really look at it well. I'll try to get like a zoomed in picture of this. Like I already said, I don't know nothing about the movie, so I mean, I guess it's cool. Another one people are having mixed feelings and mixed opinions for. The 12-foot vampire, or the 12-foot Inferno Harpender, whatever they call him, I don't know. I'm just going to call him 12-foot vampire because that's literally what he is. But I've heard a lot of mixed feelings about this guy, which is actually kind of shocking. Not a lot of people actually like this guy, which I'm actually kind of shocked with because in my general opinion, this guy looks actually really, really cool. Now, I know when everything else got leaked back in January, when I was talking about that, I did say that the photo of this guy, the first photo we ever got of this guy, it did look like he wasn't going to have mouth movement, and I said that was the same thing when Bone Collector's concept art got leaked, or his prototype got leaked. It looked like he had no mouth movement, but later on when he first got released, or when he did get released, he did have mouth movement. So I was wondering if it was going to be like this with this guy. And I'm starting to think it may not, or it will have mouth movement, because if I zoom into the mouth, you could see at the lip, it may be blood, obviously, because he's a vampire, or it could be a puppet mouth. Like, if you guys saw Gassy the Clown's demo, which I just showed, or if you just seen his demo video, you would know he has that puppet jaw-like movement. So, I'm wondering if this guy is going to have the same thing, which he probably will because, you know, since Gassy the Clown is made by Techie, and which I'm assuming this is also Techie, it'll probably have that same movement as well, which I don't think I've ever seen before from Techie. I mean, I know Bone Collector has, like, that widened puppet jaw movement, but not like the one part of the mouth just moving, which I've never really seen before. I mean, I've seen before on like other animatronics from different companies, but I mean, it's all right, I would say. I mean, again, it could be blood or it could be just a gap for the mouth to move, but I don't really know. People are kind of complaining about his lantern because you could kind of see the wires at the bottom of his fist, which you could see, but it shouldn't be that much of a big of a deal anyways. But I do like the way this guy looks. I love his whole structure. His whole overall look is just very cool. It reminds me a lot, and I mean a lot, of Nosferatu, and I really like that. So this guy is definitely a really good animatronic. Will I get him? Because I am planning on getting another 12-footer this year to go with Bone Collector and my 12-foot Scarecrow. Am I going to get him? I'm not really sure because he's in the mix between him and another prop that I'm going to talk about next. And the next prop is the 10-foot Scarecrow. Now, real quick, let's roll the video. So obviously, it wasn't a long video, but it was a little snippet of what you could see the 10-foot Scarecrow is doing. And a lot of people are kind of disappointed with this guy's animation. I'm not. I am not disappointed at all. You will never see me disappointed at a Scarecrow animatronic ever. With my whole existence, you're never going to see me dissing on a Scarecrow animatronic. Never. So yes, this guy is super cool. His animation is really nice. His swaying movement is awesome. It's like he's like moving in the wind and the wind's like blowing him side to side, which I think is really cool. But that just might be me because I'm a huge fan of Scarecrows. But I do like the movement that they gave him. For a 10-foot animatronic who's a 10-foot Scarecrow in general, it is an awesome movement. I like his movement. Obviously, you don't know or can't hear what he's saying because obviously there's a lot of things going on. You could hear a little bit of him talking, but you could just see his movement and his light up eyes and everything. I like how the crow has light up eyes as well. And I just love this guy's overall look. It is just super cool. I love the way he looks. It is amazing. And honestly, I'm thinking, should I get him or the 12-foot vampire? I don't know. I haven't made up my decision yet. I mean, it's only February, so I have like a ton of time to think. But I don't know. I'm kind of considering getting the 10-foot Scarecrow because it's kind of obvious. But I don't really know if I should get him or the vampire. But as of right now, I'm just going to have to wait because I don't even know what Home Depot's going to have or whatever. So as of right now, I'm not going to make my decision as of right now because like I said, it's February and I don't know what other companies are going to have. So I'm just going to wait off as of right now. But this guy is still super cool nonetheless. All right. Anyways, next we actually have three here I'm going to talk about. We have this girl and her name's the Window Girl. I don't get the point of this one. Why is it called the Window Girl? This honestly looks like the Sinister Spirit doll from Spirit, if I'm being honest. I'm not big on this one, if I'm going to be honest. And then right next to it, we have this twin sisters, I guess. I don't really know. I don't know if they're supposed to be sisters. I don't know. I can see they're holding hands, but I mean, they're okay, I'll say. I mean, not right up my alley, but I mean, they're just meh. Right next to them, we actually have a potential Peekaboo Penny reskin or Peekaboo Clown. Honestly, I was not expecting this one at all. A Peekaboo Penny reskin. Did not expect that. Or this could be a Sunstar prop. Who knows? But I mean, it's cool. I like the way it looks. The face on it looks really cool. I like the way this looks. I like the way he looks. I like the hat. And obviously his animation is just going to be like, you know, him covering his face and then the head's going to pop up. Pretty cool. It's actually kind of nice that they reskinned it into a clown because, you know, they take a good animatronic and then they reskin it to a clown to make more money. I see what you're doing, Techie. You can't hide. I know exactly what you're doing. Okay, next we have the Plague Doctor. Now listen, I know I really wasn't a big fan of the Plague Doctor in my first video, but now looking at it, it's not that bad. Now, I'm not really big on it. I'm not saying that I'm going to get it or buy it or anything or that I want to, but I will say it's an okay prop, all right? I feel like I was hating on it too much, but, I mean, it's okay for what it is. Not really crazy on it. We've seen a lot of Plague Doctors already. We saw one last year from Home Depot, and that one was really cool, but kind of grew off me because of the lights on it. But, I mean, I don't know. Honestly, I just think that they should stop making Plague Doctor animatronics because, I mean, they just don't do them right sometimes. I mean, Home Depot did theirs, like, very excellent, but sometimes they don't know how to make Plague Doctor animatronics. Like, at this point, companies just need to stop. I'm sorry, but you guys just really need to stop making Plague Doctor props. Not really... I don't know. It's just, I'm not a Plague Doctor guy. I'm not really into Plague Doctors. Like Pestilent Pete, he was set up right there where that pumpkin is, but I took him down. So, yeah, I plan on getting rid of him, but that is something I'm going to be talking about in a different video from another day. But next we do have this guy. I don't know what he is, but I don't know what to call this guy. All I know is that he pops up, and I'll just roll the video. Yes, this guy has the same movement as the Forest Demon and the Pennywise animatronic from Spirit Halloween. Now, obviously, this guy isn't made by Crazy Create or anything. This is mostly a techie animatronic. Now, from his leaked concept art, when we first saw this guy's image, I was thinking he was going to be a Mr. Dark / Hellspawn / Towering Tallulah reskin with that whole unfolding movement. But Spirit Halloween owns that movement and that whole animation, so that couldn't happen. So I was thinking this must have been a reskin of the pop-up pumpkin from Party City, rest in peace. But it's something kind of different. He jumps up and then he looks down at you. That is awesome. That is really, really good. That is an awesome movement for this guy. And I don't even know what he is. He looks like a gravedigger. He looks like something from George Washington's time, but I don't know what he is, but I like it. Okay, next we have this Mummy Mickey. I'm going to pass on that one. And then we have this party skeleton. This, I was thinking that this was going to be a complete, like, reskin of Rapping Reaper, if you guys remember that one. But I don't think it is. It's probably just going to dance around since it has headphones on. I mean, it's pretty cool. I do like the way it looks. A little party skeleton is really nice. It does look really cool. Nothing really too scary. It's probably, obviously, in the family-friendly area of things. But I do like the way it looks. It looks really nice. And I might just get it to go with Rapping Reaper. Rapping Reaper was another one of my favorites last year, and I'm being dead serious when I say that. So I am thinking if I should get this guy just to go with Rapping Reaper. Just, that's the only reason why I would have to get it, just to go with Lil Boo Boo. Yes, that's the name I gave him. And Lil Reap. Okay, moving on. Our first witch. Okay, now, from a distance, this doesn't look bad. People are saying that this is a Sunstar witch. It just pops its head up, which is okay, I'll say, for a budget prop, if it is going to be a budget prop. So I don't really know if this is Sunstar. I don't know. The hands are kind of positioned weird, like what it's doing with this. I don't know. But apparently the head just pops up, and that's basically it. This is probably, if not, one of the more basic witches I've seen in recent years. So nothing really much to say about this one. But what I will say is this witch right here, and this is the Cauldron Witch. Now, the Cauldron Witch, I was a huge fan of, and I still am. I like the way this witch looks. I think it is super cool. The whole detail of this witch is phenomenal, and I think it's actually a really, really cool witch. I know people hate witches for years, and I know it's literally just the same old concept, but I do like the way this witch looks from a distance, even though this image is just a little bit tad blurry. I still like the one photo that we got of her actual stock photo. I like the detail, and I think it was, like, if not, one of the most realistic witches we've seen in recent years, which says a lot. And this does look really cool. So I'm hoping the phrases aren't dumb, because that's what ruins a really good prop. Not really. But this does look really cool, and I'm really excited to see this one in person. Even though it's just going to have that basic movement of the stirring the cauldron, I still want to see it nonetheless, because I am really interested with this animatronic. We have the giant skull groundbreaker. It's just a Rattles reskin, so nothing really crazy to say. It is just a giant head with hands, and it's a blatant just Rattles reskin, and that's basically it. I'm tired of talking about Rattles. Rattles was cool until every other company last year started making a bunch of ripoffs of the prop. Come up with your own ideas. Okay, sorry about that. Next we have Spooky Guy this Reaper guy with this kind of illusion, I guess. I don't really know. This one was kind of weird. It looks cool. Like, the skeleton face, it looks really cool. I like the way it looks. But this is definitely something I'm going to have to see in person, because it kind of confused me a little bit. I was like, wait, why can you see one of the managers or one of the workers through the skeleton? And that's when I realized there's a giant hole in the dude. And this is more of a statue, I would say, than an animatronic, but I wanted to throw this in here because I actually think this is pretty cool. But I'm not even kidding. This does look like Spooky Guy 444 or Mason. I believe that's your name. I don't even know. I just call you Spooky Guy 444. I don't call you by your actual name. But this guy does look like his logo. But I still think it's pretty cool. I like the way he looks. I like the whole tuxedo thing. But like I already said, this is definitely what I'm gonna have to see in person. Next, we have this white Reaper with bell. So this one I'm actually a huge fan of as well. I love the movement of him shaking the bell. It's actually kind of a violent movement, and I'm actually really happy with the way this guy looks. Sorry if I just went out of frame, but I actually like the way he looks. I like the whole, like, violent movement of the bell. It's really nice. And I just like the overall look of this Reaper, even though it does look like the white Reaper that we got from Big Lots last year. Also, rest in peace. It does look really cool, and this is actually an animatronic I would consider getting as well. And then next we have the Gravedigger. This one is actually really cool as well. I like the way he looks, even though for some reason, people are saying this and it's now stuck in my head and I can't get it out of my head, and I can't unsee it now whenever I see this prop. People are saying that it has the literal face of Carnival Barker. It has the same face as Carnival Barker, which I can't unsee now because it kind of does look like him. But this Gravedigger looks really nice, and from another image, if I can find it, he has a giant hunchback. That's all right. That's all right. It does look really cool, though. I like the way he looks. And then next we have the final one that I'm going to be talking about in this video. The Howling werewolf. So, in the video I made back in January, when we first got his stock image leaked, or when all the stock photos of these props were leaked, this guy looked like it was just wolf in pants, I guess you could say. I had no idea he actually had a shirt, because it's the same color as his fur, which is kind of weird. But I mean, it's alright, I guess. But it's the same color as his fur, and I actually didn't even notice that until I saw photos. Which, I mean, this guy is actually really cool. I like that he actually leans back and howls. Really nice, even though it's kind of something we've seen for a while now, with a few other props. But I actually like how he doesn't, like, do it instantly. I like how he actually, like, you know, growls and does whatever, and then, like, leans back and does his howl thing, which is actually really nice. So this werewolf is actually really cool, and that says a lot, because, like I already mentioned, the only other werewolf animatronic I liked was Mr. Howl from Spirit Halloween. And this guy is actually really cool, and I actually like this werewolf. It was pulled just right. But there you have it, everyone. That was Lowe's 2025 Manager Meeting Animatronic Leaks. I am so glad that this day came. I know I'm a little bit late, but I was busy those 2 days on February 5th and 6th. I wanted to get this video out a little bit sooner, but I was just so busy those days, so I really wasn't able to make a full-length video regarding all this, so I apologize about that. But I made a video today, so yeah. These animatronics are looking really good, and I know a lot of people are not liking Lowe's lineup this year, but honestly, in my opinion, Lowe's is looking absolutely phenomenal this year. I am actually blown away with Lowe's this year. Last year was okay, I will say, but this year is just a step up from 2024, in my general opinion. There are so many animatronics I want to see in person, and so many animatronics I want to see in action, and so many props I want to get. Because there is a lot of animatronics I want to get this year from Lowe's. And honestly, it gets me more excited to see what we're going to see from Home Depot and, of course, Spirit Halloween. But it's going to have to wrap it up for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. And until then, this has been me, Wyatt the Scarecrow. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.